We are expecting the Minister to be one of the people that are going to be speaking at the Future of Sustainability Conference. We understand at this very moment, Iman, is that they are going to be looking at how they can solve issues in terms of water when it comes to water issues, but also sanitation. You'll realize that schools are struggling quite in some areas, especially in remote areas. They're struggling, as well as Gauteng. I mean, we've seen how water can be a major issue. In fact, Iman, the Minister has joined me right now. If I may, I'll just bring him into this conversation to speak to us. Minister, a very important day today to speak in front of so many key stakeholders to talk about these water solutions that you're seeking at.
Yes, of course, there are a number of challenges, and they require a lot of solutions, a lot of interaction, a lot of debate, but we do have what we believe will take us out of all these problems, because in the main, what we're experiencing now is as a result of what should have been done in the past. Maybe in the past 10 years, past 15 years, we're now reaping the fruits of what we delayed to do or omitted to do. Rather than just problems that are coming from nowhere. They come from the past.
Minister, when you say they come from the past, I mean, a lot of experts have spoken about infrastructure issues, that we've got old infrastructure. Is this part of the reason why we're having so many problems, and what is the solution now?
No, at the center of the problem, problems of water supply to households in South Africa as a whole. And I must start by saying, we don't have a major problem on water availability in our dams, in our rivers and so on, even though we're a water scarce country. But where we have a problem, which you people like saying is a crisis, is when it comes to water supply to households. So what is sitting at the center of that problem is infrastructure. There is some of the pipes that convey water to households in townships, in suburbs and so on. They are 90 years old, 150 years old. Obviously, they are now letting it go. We should have attended to these problems, as I said, 10, 15 years ago, so that we do repairs, we do renewal, replacement. And some of them, not only are they no longer holding water, but they're small, because populations there and there has increased substantially. And now when you try to push the kind of volume that is in demand, they rupture and they burst now and then. Even your reservoirs are smaller and they are old. It all comes down to saying we need a very radical kind of approach to renew our infrastructure everywhere in the Republic of South Africa. Unfortunately, we can't do everything at the same time, but we are taking that route. That's why we're encouraging all municipalities, please invest. We had a good meeting on the 13th of March last year with all the municipalities of Gauteng to say invest, and we're monitoring that. And the day before yesterday, we had a 3-hour meeting with Johannesburg municipality. Together with their entity, we were looking at that. 4 weeks ago, we had a meeting with Tshwane. We're looking at that. So it's all about infrastructure. It doesn't matter where, who is governing there. The main issue is that this is across the board, and it's affecting us. That's why we're taking the angle that we're taking to say, we want, among other things, as you ask, what is the solution? To attract as much money and as much attention as possible from the private sector, because the public sector doesn't have enough money to do what we need to do within a very shortest possible time. Of course, people want water now, and we've got to act now, but we don't have all the money. But we are trying to do what we can, and we think that we will have reasonable success with the measures that we're taking at the moment.
Minister, I think a lot of areas in Gauteng are quite concerned at this very moment. Yes. There's just been also something that Rand Water's just sent out looking at areas of concern all around Gauteng, and that's concerning for many people. We haven't had water for a long time. Are you having conversations with Gauteng, Rand Water maybe to find out what is the immediate solution for everyone that are in this province?
There are daily meetings between Rand Water technical team with the technical people of all the metros, the 3 metros that we have every day, and we get briefings on a regular basis. And as I say, we have frequent meetings with both Tshwane and Johannesburg. But I want to say this: what is exacerbating the problem, and currently, is power supply. That's the problem, because Aikenhof secondary booster pump supplies half of water to Johannesburg as a municipality, as a metro. Now, when something affects, like it happened, lightning struck at that establishment, and it caused pumping to stop, and people had to start afresh, do repairs, and then get back to the system to allow it to pick up. Obviously, people are demanding water and they're using water, and the system is taking long to pick up with, I think lightning has struck twice there, and was saying maybe because power supply to Aikenhof is supplied by City Power, they need to do something to boost and to protect that power station against lightning and all, because at the end of the day, people think that there is a shortage of water. They think that there is what and what. That is a separate problem. But what we're experiencing now is a lack of water as a result of power supply. And of course, we understand the pain. We align ourselves with the people that they demand water, regardless of whatever problem it is. But we're just explaining that, but we're dealing with the matter.
Thank you very much. That's Minister Senzo Mchunu, of course, speaking to us about those water issues in Gauteng, but also in the whole national, and in South Africa, as you would know. So the nation outlook, just in terms of what are the solutions, and those solutions are being sought here with some stakeholders that could potentially give us those answers that we are looking for. Of course, we'll keep an eye on that, Iman.